वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीरधारी कृपाम्बुदीयतमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Warm welcome everyone in the study of Nectar of Instruction. So we'll continue our study of Nectar of Instruction. Text 4 is what we will be starting today. We will be seeing today an amazing compilation of instructions, very transcendental. The title is Befitting Nectar, Nectar of Instructions. No? And in general, in life, we see one has to find some nectar in life, nectar meaning some real joy, real bliss, substantial, or in tune with absolute reality. Then, of course, there are some instructions to be followed in general. For advancement in life, instructions is a must. We cannot live without it. Someone be an atheist or a theist. Instructions is must, no? Now it is these instructions which Srila Rupa Goswami gave us 500 plus years ago. 500 plus years ago, he gave these instructions and so satik means so spot on, so contemporary, so relevant because these are timeless wisdom. This is timeless wisdom, timeless instructions. So they were profound 200 years ago, they were profound 300 years ago, they will be profound 200 years after, 300 years after as well. Such instructions. Now in society we see what, by and large, there is what, there is this victory consciousness or victim consciousness. Victim consciousness. Na? Many of us, we actually go a bit in victim consciousness. Or there's an expression in English, something called as grungy payoff. Heard of it? Or victim consciousness, na? No, that bhugat bhogi. Hmm. What will we say victim in Hindi? पीड़ित
पीड़ित।
पीड़ित पीड़ित या भुगत भोगी। हाँ, ठीक है। पीड़ित भुगत भोगी, so victim consciousness ना, victim means, oh, I've been attacked, I've been abused. Hmm. I am the victim. I'm the victim of government, I'm the victim of society, I'm the victim of my neighbors, I'm the victim of my parents, I'm the victim of my teachers. Da, है ना? ये victim, we love it. Many of us, we just love it. कि someone take me as a victim, na? And then someone sympathize with me, someone show sympathy in me. And with this victim consciousness comes what? A lethargy, as in not taking responsibility, not taking accountability, not taking ownership. This. Uh, this is in living in the mode of ignorance, living in victim consciousness. That someone said this to me, he did this to me, uh, so I cannot function now. I cannot function. People at work also na misuse. Oh, I cannot come to work. Something has happened. I just some small thing could be, and I cannot work. So I need time off. I need money, but I cannot work. So the employer may still have to pay, but the person is not working. That is like victim consciousness. I'm a victim of this abuse and that abuse. And another is victory consciousness. So as we saw in Bhagavad Gita also, na, the journey, Arjuna traveled this journey from victim to victory consciousness altogether. First, what he was considering himself to be a victim, or that, okay, I've been a victim of situations, let's leave. But no. And society also recognizes many people try to cheat the system by showing the card, by playing the victim card. Uh, Another, what is the opposite of victim say?
Offender.
No, no, opposite of victim.
Winner.
Or not actually opposite as well. One is victim consciousness, another say survivor,
Correct.
survived.
Yes.
Huh? Survived. So victim is like, okay, I've been victimized. He abused me. And somewhere in legal system now they are developing in a way that no, you are not a victim, you are a survivor. Now look, the thought process changes now. When one thinks himself to be a victim, the thought is what? Something wrong has happened to me. Something wrong has happened to me and I cannot function. We all would have said to our parents growing up, na, oh no, I'm a victim. Hmm. She told me this or she showed me this, she did this to me, so I cannot go to school today. I will not go to school. You did this to me, है ना? मम्मी ये बोल दिया मैं नहीं जाऊंगा स्कूल मेरा मूड खराब हो गया आपने ऐसा बोल दिया ना आई एम अ विक्टिम नाउ mom you said something to me I cannot go to school now I will not go to school now you have put me off. So one thing is to take oneself to victim consciousness, and this victim consciousness now it is such a shallow, then we go deep in ignorance. Or what happens, we look for sympathy, someone comes, someone look at my pity situation, my pity condition. And we go like this in front of Krishna as well. Oh, Krishna, look at me. I'm so poor, Krishna. I'm so troubled. I'm so distressed, Krishna. Look at my tears. Look at my eyes, Krishna. I'm in so much of stress. All this, we go in this pity condition to Krishna. It's not at all a good condition to go in a pity state to Krishna, crying in front of Krishna for all of this. And especially all this matter oriented, because our all this pity situation and self pity and cry and victim thing is for matter only. Oh Krishna, I'm so struggling, my health is not good, my finance is not good, this is not good, because of so heavily attached with matter, because we have such heavy attachment with matter now. This is why we feel the brunt of it, that my health is not good, my mind is not good, my finance is not good, my husband does not love me, my wife does not love me, uh, my neighbors are not good, or boss at work is not fine, because so heavily attached to matter and without that real ignition of Krishna consciousness. So we love this sort of victim consciousness and go more in it in such a ignorant state, and we cannot function in this. Now we straight away look for sympathy. That don't ask anything from me, Krishna. Please don't expect Krishna from me to wake up early in the morning and chant. How can I'm a victim, Baba? How can a victim chant? How can a victim read? In society also, na? I'm a victim. Government, do not expect me to find a job. I'm a victim. Do not expect me to go to uni and study. I'm a victim. Check my card. See, this is my victim card. Your database. Check in your database. You will find me as a victim there. I've been abused. I've been abused. I'm in trauma. And another is survivor. Na? So survivor brings this straight away this thought what? That okay, I've come through it. Such a positive thought, na? I've come through it. I've been through it. I've seen the rough and I've survived. Means what? Survival straight away brings a sense of what? Victorious. I'm victory now. Means I've come out of it. I'm victorious. I've survived. Uh, So these instructions, these teachings of Krishna consciousness is to help us realize that we play this victim card. We love playing the victim card. Many of us we live in this victim consciousness, and through the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, through the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, through japa chanting, we would want to come out of this victim consciousness to victorious consciousness, victory consciousness. That no complaint, no complaint, not bringing any excuse or a reason as well. not validating or not justifying ourselves. To justify is not the attitude of a soul proper. Eh, to give reason, to give logic, to validate, these are not. So, with this mood, aim, aspiration, prayer, thought, yearning, desire, hankering, say that we always stay in that victory consciousness. And victory consciousness doesn't mean that we take ourselves to be so puffed up. I'm so great. I'm victorious. Hmm, I'm so talented. I'm the best sort of. No. Victory consciousness means what? Krishna, you are so kind. You are so merciful. You love me so much. Wow, wonderful arrangement you're doing. You have done to make me attain you. Wonderful. Uh, That is victory consciousness. Then, see, when we go in front of deities, na, if the way we approach deities, the way we see them, the way we approach japa, not every one of us might be living in the temple, na, or not every one of us may have this blessing, say, to daily take darshan of deities. Not every one of us may have deities in the home. Uh, so still, what japa? At least we all have japa in the house, na, beads. We all can chant on beads. We all should have a copy of Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Instruction in the house. We can worship them. How do we worship Bhagavad Gita? How do we worship Nectar of Instruction? By reading them. That's the best worship, not just keeping them in the altar. By reading them thoroughly, properly. Huh? That is the best worship, say we do. uh, by going through them and then reading them and what appreciating, admiring, acknowledging, and furthermore, desiring to follow. Just this desire to follow will make us one day follow as well. Applying will come also a bit naturally when we follow. Naturally, we will want to apply and it will come naturally. Application will also happen. Uh, So we have to traverse this path of victim to victory consciousness, uh, coming all the way to Krishna consciousness. So no more giving reasons, excuses. We might be living in temple or we may not be living in temple. We may have Bhagavad Gita or Nectar of Instruction in the house or we may not have. But we all have all the facilities. Internet, this, that. Facility is there. There is no question of facility. Say. It is the intent, the mood, the inspiration, the strength which will come about from devotee association, good devotee association. So when we come to temple now, we should never enter temple. We should never enter japa as well. Never enter reading as well with a low, sulky, uh, sounding low, sulky mood. Sulky meaning hmm,
आलस में या फिर being very low
yeah, yes, Phil. Sulky means
or doing it just for the sake of doing it.
Or feeling
चिड़चिड़ा
like a victim.
sorry, go on, Phil.
Sorry, I was saying sulking would be feeling like a victim, feeling sorry for yourself.
Yes. Sulky is like chidchida also like in a way agitated, disturbed, mm, and lazy, low, or sulky as in feeling destitute if that's the meaning, but feeling sorry for oneself, feeling pity for oneself. The voice also changes now when one is feeling sorry or pity for oneself. Oh, I feel so sorry for myself. What has happened to me? How do I live? How do I survive? And all everything. Huh? So one should never approach, go to temple in a sulky mood or go to reading, hearing or do japa in a sulky mood. One does japa in a sulky mood, one cannot really appreciate than japa. We're chanting as well, but we are so self-obsessed, so self-engrossed with this sulky mood. No, so no. So again, Krishna consciousness is to transform ourselves from a sulky mood, a sulky consciousness to silky consciousness, है ना? If at all there is anything like silky consciousness meaning smooth consciousness, jolly, happy, that thing. See, it is a very less price we will be paying by becoming Krishna consciousness, by attaining Krishna, the association of Krishna, the mercy of Krishna, hmm, developing attachment towards Krishna. Whatever price we pay, say, it's a very less price. Less price meaning, okay, I may have to give up some of the sense gratification time. I may have to quit watching football, say I may have to give up watching cricket. Naturally, it will come. I may have to stop watching Bollywood. Naturally, I may have to stop watching soaps and serials, drama, sitcoms, all this. So this price now I have to stop going to say places for sense gratification. I have to stop going to shopping, online shopping and things and all. All this is a trivial price, no price to pay. And actually, it's such all of this is such a relief, huge relief. So with this again, prayer, hope, mood, aim, aspiration, yearning that we approach deities, we approach japa, we approach reading, hearing in a good, proper yearning mood of attaining Krishna. Never in a victim mood. No. And always thinking ourselves, always realizing ourselves to be so blessed, so blessed. So when we approach this entire nectar of instruction, Rupa Goswami says, right, it is all based on the attitude of the performer. Advancement in Krishna consciousness, advancement in life journal, all on the attitude of the performer. So our attitude, Krishna is more pleased by the attitude. Now, what attitude say we are having? And with if our attitude is correct, then we will do japa as well. It's not like one may say, okay, you may have a good attitude, but you do not do japa. If someone has a good attitude, he will do japa. If someone has a good attitude, he will do reading, hearing, everything. Yeah? So with this aim, aspiration, prayer, again, mood, uh, we continue to seek the blessings of Mahaprabhu. We continue to pray for the blessings of Mahaprabhu, to pray for the mercy of Mahaprabhu. We continue our study of Nectar of Instruction. Text 4 is what we will see today. Phil can read the translation once it comes on screen, and then purport we all can share. ददाति प्रतिगृह्णाति गुह्यमाख्यति पृच्छति भुङ्क्ते भोजयते चैव सद्विधिं प्रीतिलक्षणम्.
Offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasadam and offering prasadam are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another.
Okay, Saurabh, can you read first paragraph from the purport?
Okay. Like in this verse, that's the one. Should I read?
Yes, first paragraph of the purport.
Okay, so in this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami explains how to perform devotional activities in the association of other devotees. There are 6 kind of activities. The first one is giving charity to the devotees. The second one is accepting from the devotees whatever they may offer in return. Third one is opening one's mind to the devotees. Fourth one is inquiring from them about the confidential services of the Lord. Fifth one is honoring prasada or spiritual food given by the devotees. And the last one is feeding the devotees with prasad. An experienced devotee explains, and an inexperienced devotee learns from him. This is Guhyam Akyati Prachyati, when a devotee distributes prasad, remnants of food offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In order to maintain our spirit of devotional service, we must accept this prasad as the Lord's grace received through the pure devotees. We should also invite pure devotees to our home, offer them prasada, and be prepared to please them in all respects. This is called Vunke Vojanate. Say, I
Bhungte
don't know what is that.
bhojete
Cheva?
cheva. Cheva.
Cheva.
Bhungte
Okay.
bhojete cheva. Okay, Anuja, read next paragraph. Or Harsha, read. Whoever can read. Anuja, read. Anuja, we are not able to hear you. Huh? You could be reading, but we are not able to hear. Harsha, can you read?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Even in ordinary social activities, these 6 types of dealings between two loving friends are absolutely necessary. For instance, when one businessman wishes to contact another businessman, he arranges a feast in a hotel, and over the feast, openly expresses what he wishes to do. He then inquires from his business friend how he should act, and sometimes presents are exchanged. Thus, whenever there is a dealing of preeti or love in intimate dealings, these 6 activities are executed. In the previous verse, Srila Rupa Goswami advised that one should renounce worldly association and keep company with the devotees. Sangha Tyagat Sato Vrate. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness has been established to facilitate these 6 kinds of loving exchanges between devotees. This society was started
Read
single-handedly.
again वो फिर से पढ़ना पूर्व पिछले वाले लाइन.
The International Society for Krishna Consciousness has been established to facilitate these 6 kinds of loving exchanges between devotees. This society was started single-handedly, but because people are coming forward and dealing with the give and take policy, the society is now expanding all over the world.
Literally, it was started single-handedly, है ना? ऐसा नहीं कि just for say saying started single-handedly. Literally, Prabhupada lived in India, Vrindavan, Jhansi, Delhi, Allahabad, and single-handedly he was preaching then in India. Preaching is the force. Preaching is the spirit, na? If we do not preach, we will die. If we do not preach, we will suffocate like anything. Not preaching is victim consciousness. This is wrong, this is not going fine, and all. And preaching is for whom? Preaching is for oneself. It is primarily for oneself only. Okay, continue, Arsha.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, a quick question there. So
Hmm?
let's say nobody is listening, then is there a point of preaching?
You are listening, na? Preaching is for oneself only, na? Preaching is screen हटा सकते हो निखिल एक बार. Preaching is for oneself. Preaching is never as such for others. किसको preach करेंगे भाई? I must be
Okay.
the first listener, na? Why has Krishna given us one tongue to speak and to listen with 2 ears? है ना? For whom? For me only, to listen with both the ears. If I become a sincere listener, the whole world will be listening then. But if I do not myself do not become a listener, then I will be big cheater. Big cheater. The world would still be listening me, but I won't be helping anyone. Ah, preaching is for whom? If I am the singer, Prabhupada said, na, preach to the walls. Ah, yes. And there comes situation in life and all. Devotees living in Russia, Ukraine, even in England, Scotland, where or not, no, Europe, America, some places in India as well. Where do you go and preach? Whom do you preach? Preach to the walls. Prabhupada did this. How he lived in Radha Damodar Mandir in Vrindavan. No? So preaching is not for as such for anyone else. By preaching, first of all, we are favoring ourselves only. And then when we always realize that, wow, I'm here to help myself, I'm here to check myself, I'm here to correct myself, I'm here to align myself, then Krishna, seeing this attitude, will use us, for his preaching mission. Then Mahaprabhu will use us for his preaching mission. But if I'm not myself becoming pure, we can never be used by Mahaprabhu. Huh? So it is to become pure for myself. Na? There's this. What is the point of say preaching if I'm not living by it by myself? So it's not to educate the world, rather to show humility, to lead the way. Huh? Then when I see myself that okay, how far off am I from Krishna? So with that humility and genuine willingness to attain Krishna, then Krishna will use that humility and then preaching will happen. Otherwise, yes, there is preaching in the mode of passion as well. Kirtan can be in the mode of passion, preaching can be in the mode of passion. Na? Uh, some level of preaching could be in the mode of ignorance as well. But that is not what we want. Uh, preaching has to be in the mode of goodness. Mode of goodness become meaning that I become the listener. The whole world is actually wanting reality. Hmm? To understand absolute reality, to understand absolute truth. And the whole world is wanting, looking for someone who is honest, who will not cheat me. An honest person means a trustworthy person, someone who can be trusted. If a person is not honest, how can we trust him? Huh? A dishonest person can never be trusted, na? So, preaching for oneself meaning for oneself, one has to become first what? Simple and honest. If one himself is not simple and honest, how can he preach? Shri Shikhoranita Mayapur Sashi Ki Jai. So preaching is always for oneself. And when we are preaching, na, then what will happen? With proper attitude, Krishna will send. He will send both, say. He will send what? Many and money. Money meaning, by money meaning not just like cash or say, that as well included money meaning resources, avenues, opportunities, platforms, engagements, that for expanding more message of Mahaprabhu, expanding Krishna consciousness. And many, yes, many will be there. But first, for a sadhaka, he never considers that, okay, I'm here to make many or I have made many. No. Sadhaka always should live in a follower attitude. I'm here to follow only. We are here to study nectar of instruction, not to follow nectar of instruction. We are not here to give answer to anyone as such. No. Answer is provided by Paramatma residing in one's heart. Krishna residing as super soul in one's heart. Uh, So if we are genuinely wanting Krishna to speak, then we need to let go of the ego in us. Only then Krishna can speak. But if I'm holding on to my opinion or my understanding or my thought or any any ulterior motive, any hidden agenda, then Krishna can never speak through us, na? So that then preaching becomes effective. That we are not egoistic. We use this tongue as a mouthpiece. मारो भी रखो भी जो इच्छा तुम्हारा. Beautiful song. मानस देहो गेहो जो कीछु मोर अर्पिलु धूया पदे नंद किशोर by Bhaktivinoda Thakur na. Manas deho geho. Manas means mind. Deho my body, my family, wealth, whatever resources I have, all this. Uh, Jo kichu more, whatever I have, I offer it to you, Krishna. Nanda Kishore, na? I offer it at your lotus feet. So once offered means what? Once surrendered. Then if surrendered, then where is such the free will I have? No, I've given my free will to you, Krishna. Now you use me how you like. If you want me to preach, you preach. I am there. I am available, just like a machine say. Now you use this tongue as a mouthpiece. Whatever you want to, message you want to bring out. But for that to come about, we have to be very in line with Krishna. Na? We have to maintain purity. We have to protect purity. We have to become humble. We have to maintain and protect humility. And it is also not a question of how many as such. How many is fine. Prabhupada Acharyas were not much so like how many stars, no, wanted moon, meaning pure. So first becoming pure by ourselves. Not sure, Saurav, I maybe cut your question or does it somewhat answer your question or what you were saying?
Yes. So, just a quick understanding of that. So, are we saying that uh, this is kind of the next step of the self talk because we are not able to articulate ourselves well in this way by preaching to, let's say, to ourselves? We are kind of articulating everything, the thought that we have in mind, right? And that way we are connecting with the Krishna more and kind of letting go of egos and everything else that is kind of hindering the progress. Is that so?
We don't have to articulate or formulate anything. We have to speak what Krishna is saying. We have to just repeat that. We have to take that instructions as it is and pray for mercy so that we can imbibe, apply it also as it is. And
So,
words and all,
for
no? Hmm?
I have a question there. So, for an inquisitive or like mind, right? How can we take something as it is, right? Aren't we going to experiment ourselves and then say that, you know what, this works and then only I'm going to take? So,
तो ठीक है वो that much of initial faith is required ना to take something at least whatever without taking also how can we check na inquisitive mind so at least okay how do you satisfy the inquisitiveness by adopting by taking the proposal right
yes.
someone could be this inquisitive mind someone may seem one may take oneself oh I have a very logical inquisitive mind huh? I need some evidences I need some proof I've done research and blah de blah de blah Hmm, very scientific bent of mind and what not say Baba fine good we amazing Einstein mind huh? But Baba, even inquisitive mind, whatever the theory or proposal is there, until and unless you check it, test it for yourself, how will you satisfy your inquisitiveness? And you can never satisfy your inquisitiveness by taking it on board with a view that I have to find fault in it. I have to prove it wrong. I have to prove it wrong. Huh? So Prabhupada writes in the theory of Bhagavad Gita, in the introduction of Bhagavad Gita, that one must theoretically at least understand, admit, come to a consensus that God exists. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And build it up from there. Na? Then one can see. hmm,
Then there is a flaw in the argument itself, right? Because in on the first side we are saying that we should kind of accept it and then experiment with it, right? Once you accept it, then you are kind of biased, right? Aren't you?
In school, college, uni, do we not accept what the teachers and they say? Uh, and then we perform the experiment and we see the result. Na? So that much acceptance. And you see,
Yes.
when it comes to academic study, doesn't matter any part of Europe or India or wherever. We don't have these many questions. Generally speaking, again, I'm not saying to you,
No,
people
yeah,
don't have
because
much.
I think, yeah, I think the we are grow up in an environment, right, where we kind of think this is part and parcel of life, right? Like academic studies and all. We don't ask and seek those many questions, and maybe
Academic question, we don't see the
yes,
character or the morality or the consciousness level of the teacher. It could be whatever. As long
yes,
as the teacher is appointed by the school, college, uni, he can teach us, we get grades, and then what happened? We become the CEO of a company or whatnot, and we do what? Cheating. Yeah, we do all sorts of things. I'm not saying that everyone is corrupt and everything is corrupt as such, but there is hardly a good character build up seen observed. We are far off from a gentleman or a gentle lady. We are far off. So in school, college, uni, we take many things on the face value, na? We take it okay, and we become so humble in school, college, uni. We become humble at jobs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Follow, sir. You we become quite humble. Even though we have questions, our questions is with such a mood that okay, what is the answer? We want to know the answer, and yes, oh wow, yes, it makes sense. Everything we push ourselves to come to a point, it makes sense. And when it comes to, again, it is observed in society. When it comes to spirituality, when it comes to Krishna consciousness, we start off with a very negative connotation or a negative understanding. Oh, this is mythology, this is made up, this is human written, this is to control the mind, this is to control, this is backward, we don't need this. This religion is the, what they say, opium of masses. Uh, yeah, it is like a crutch or something for the weak, and so much such things. Anyway, so in school, college, uni also, we start with a bit of an acceptance level. Look, you cannot put your next feet forward without accepting that okay, the ground is stable. Yeah, can you? We cannot
I
get
think
down
this is
of.
kind of conundrum.
Huh?
I think this is kind of a conundrum because on the first hand, we are looking for a solid ground, right? And then on the other hand, we are saying that assume that this is the solid ground and start. And the second thing is like about universities, let's say in workplace and all, right? We generally say yes to things because at those places we kind of feel like okay, we don't have that much control, right? But when it comes to Krishna consciousness, I think we are the
Exact.
one who
हाँ.
are going to decide, right?
एग्जैक्ट. हाँ.
So
यूनिवर्सिटी में चलता नहीं है ना भाई. टीचर को क्या बोले.
exactly.
We
So
find a limitation. Okay, okay, yes, sir, fine, sir, thank you, sir. Uh, there we feel that okay, but when it comes to a saint or a monk or sadhu ना, भाई क्या है, सुना दो लपेटे में लो उसको. Wherever he could be. When it comes to uh, fencing politicians, very easy not to blame politicians and just give them a name altogether. Even more easy than just to find a sadhu and fully say come up with our things. So point is in life we cannot we all live in faith. Doesn't matter atheist or theist. Krishna consciousness is giving us an opportunity, a platform to put the faith into practice. uh, to make it an applied faith, uh, not
no, so the
reject it
thing is,
blind.
so the thing is like in let's say college, universities, or the saints and all, like different people, uh, like we don't speak our mind out because obviously there's some fear of repercussions, right? That could happen, right? But in this case, we are seeking something that is beyond any repercussions, right? And since
Beyond
that's the
any
case,
repercussions to you or me, है ना? But not for Lord Brahma. uh, Not for Lord Brahma or Lord Krishna, na? Or not for the energies of Krishna. It doesn't, if we cannot see, it doesn't mean it gives us any license to misbehave with a sadhu or to say in a way to misbehave with scriptures or something. Na? Because externally we cannot see the repercussions. That does not mean that there are not repercussions. Also, it is never condemned to ask questions. Krishna says, na, tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas. Throughout in Bhagavad Gita, na, human life begins with inquiry. Without inquiry, we cannot move forward. Inquiry is the pran. In Shrimad Bhagavatam, we see it begins with inquiry. Bhagavad Gita, we see begins with inquiry throughout. This inquiry is the pran, but there is a dialogue, there is a mood, there is a understanding, there is a human decorum to it. Yes, in societal say, uh, we do not ask because we fear the repercussions or maybe time. Okay, बिकॉज़ हम काम चलाना है ना, काम निकालना है ना, ठीक है भाई,
yeah, exactly.
यूनिवर्सिटी इज़ गिविंग अस ग्रेड्स, फाइन वी नीड द uni. What is sadhu going to give us? Blessing. Whoa. Who needs the blessings? Duh. Huh? So what has he got? Huh? Blessings. मेहनत से होता है blessings. Nothing blessings. Hard work. Huh? We need hard work. We need more software engineers, mechanical engineers, and whatnot. Uh, this sort of thing. So, anyways, our ignorance doesn't mean that there is no repercussions and all. Of course, if we are with a one thing is say a bit lack of knowledge, but sincerity that is pardoned. But lack of knowledge and on top of that, obstinate nature that is not pardoned. Na?
I see.
That is not pardon. And anywhere we live with faith. When we get down from the bed, we live with a faith that yes, it is fine. We cannot live without faith. Doesn't matter atheist or theist. We all are covered with faith. And Krishna consciousness again gives us this platform to apply that faith into practice and check out for oneself. Na? One should check out for everyone is look for of all of us. Inquisitive person is looking for what absolute reality, absolute truth. So if one is searching for something, at least he must begin with what I do not know. That is a good starting point to begin with, right? That I do
Yes,
not
that
know. And when
yes.
one starts with this notion, I do not know, straight away he should be what? Humble, na? He should be humble enough in his inquiry, wherever he is asking huh, to know. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj, when he approached Prabhupada with due humility, others, na, those who approached, ultimate humility. Krishna consciousness teaches us what? Humility, character. A character wherein we can see ourselves in the mirror with high grade, proper integrity. And in society, no one cares. Looking ourselves in the mirror, high grade integrity, what does it mean? Huh? A devotee is someone who can see himself with integrity. So that opportunity is what we are being provided with. And of course, in this, there is room for dialogue, question, answer, reasoning, understanding, everything. Bit by bit, we take one step and we say, yes, it's firm ground, then take the next step, then take the next step. And there comes a point in time when we take a leap of faith. Huh? That leap of faith is going to come. Hanumanji, na, he crossed over
Hmm.
the ocean, not with intelligence, with his faith. This leap of faith, everyone, Draupadi, for someone it all could be mythology. Huh? But Shastras say for Draupadi, na, she had a complete faith in Krishna. Krishna is going to protect me. Prahlad Maharaj, he had faith huh, that Krishna is going to save me. Huh? Draupadi, Prahlad Maharaj, Hanumanji, we will also get in life to apply, exercise that faith. But in order to come to that level, the intelligence has to be sorted or the intelligence has to be strong. And intelligence meaning spiritual intelligence. Ah, that spiritual intelligence has to be strong. See, it is this strong spiritual intelligence, satisfaction or inquisitiveness is what will really put us into a position wherein I convince myself that yes, I want to practice Krishna consciousness. But what will keep me going is this faith. And faith will be tested many times. Why not? Externally, it looks easy. Na, it might look easy. Sadhu, what has he got to do? Wake up early in the morning and do puja and all. Huh? What more as such? Because we do not know, Sadhu is the backbone of society. Society is anyways crumbling, and if we do not respect, appreciate sadhus, na, and scriptures, society will crumble like anything. So faith everyone has to apply, even in jobs, school, college, uni. We apply faith. We vote now with that faith that this particular person, the political party or person I'm choosing, that he will fulfill the agenda. We vote with that faith, but in going into that voting with that faith, we apply some intelligence, we check, huh? We go. So we apply a faith in Krishna consciousness, we check. And if our attitude is fine, then one can see. So does this somewhat answer your question, Saurabh, or is in line with your question?
Yes, it does answer and elaborated. Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji.
What was your first point regarding preaching? What if someone is alone, who to preach? What was that?
No. The first question was if nobody is listening, is there a point of preaching? And the second question
It is
was
foolishness to see. It is foolishness to see that I am preaching, but nobody is listening. If one sees like this, one can never preach. If one sees with a calculative mentality, that okay, how many are listening, how many are following, what's happening and all, that's again a conditional thought being brought in. Na? Preaching is what? To glorify Krishna, to glorify Bhakti. Bhakti is what? Ahetuki apratihata. Yay atma suprasidati. So we should not entertain such thing that okay, if someone is listening or not listening. Preaching is to purify one's heart, to simplify one's heart, for oneself to realize the glory of Krishna. And if one realizes the glory of Krishna, then he will see the entire world as such following or listening. Preaching is not like a business sort of thing. Uh, Going with a, say, a profit or a result in sight. No. Prabhupada preached, na. He did not preach actually to establish the society of Krishna consciousness, say, or to make it like multi-millionaire or whatnot. No. He preached to glorify Krishna. To set the standards of Krishna consciousness as given in the teachings of Rupa Goswami, to please the acharyas, to serve Guru and Gaurang. So it is not again a question of how many, if one is listening or not listening. Baba, first of all, are you listening or not listening? Um, if someone is preaching, someone is speaking, say if someone is reading, then am I taking the message or not? The world will be in bigger chaos when the teacher himself say, or apparently who is in the position of a teacher, he himself is not a student, he himself is not following. Okay, any other thoughts, Saurav?
no, Prabhuji. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, Nikhil, share screen. Where were we? Anuja या हर्षा पढ़ रहे थे ना? Or who was were you reading, Saurav? Who was reading? Oh no, you read Bhukdev Bhojete Cheva and
I read the first one. Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
think
Harsha, continue. The
Yeah,
life
sure.
of the Krishna.
We have to start from we are glad
ठीक है,
that
तो
people
start from we are glad.
we are glad that people are donating very liberally to the development of the society's activities. And people are also eagerly accepting whatever humble contribution we are giving them in the shape of books and magazines, dealing strictly with the subject matter of Krishna consciousness. We sometimes hold Hare Krishna festivals and invite life members and friends to participate in the feasting by accepting prasada. Although most of our members come from the higher rungs of society, they nonetheless come and take whatever little prasad we are able to offer them. Sometimes the members and supporters inquire very confidentially about the methods of performing devotional service. And we try to explain this. In this way, our society is successfully spreading all over the world. And the intelligentsia of all countries is gradually appreciating our Krishna conscious activities. The life of the Krishna conscious society is nourished by these 6 types of loving exchange among the members. Therefore, people must be given the chance to associate with the devotees of ISKCON. Because simply by reciprocating in the 6 ways mentioned above, an ordinary man can fully revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. In Bhagavad Gita 2.62, it is stated, Sangat Sanjayate Kama. One's desires and ambitions develop according to the company one keeps. One's desires and ambitions develop according to the company one keeps. It is often said that a man is known by his company. And if an ordinary man associates with devotees, he will certainly develop his dormant Krishna consciousness. The understanding of Krishna consciousness is innate in every living entity. And it is already developed to some extent when the living entity takes a human body. The understanding of Krishna consciousness is innate in every living entity. And it is already developed to some extent when the living entity takes a human body. It is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22.107.
नित्य सिद्ध कृष्ण प्रेम साध्य कबू नाए श्रवणादि शुद्ध चित्त करे उदय. Rajshri, read.
Hare Krishna. Pure love for Krishna is eternally established in the hearts of living entities. It is not something to be gained from another source. Pure love for Krishna is eternally established in the hearts of living entities. It is not something to be gained from another source. When the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, the living entity naturally awakens. Since Krishna consciousness is inherent in every living entity, everyone should be given a chance to hear about Krishna. Simply by hearing and chanting, Shravanam Kirtanam, one's heart is directly purified and one's original Krishna consciousness is immediately awakened. Krishna consciousness is not artificially imposed upon the heart, it is already there. When one chants the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the heart is cleansed of all mundane contamination. In the first stanza of Sri Shikshashtaka, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhu jivanam anandam buddhivardhanam प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण sankirtanam. All glories
Please
to the
read.
Sankirtana. Sorry, bro. Hare Krishna.
All glories to the Sri Krishna, Sri Katana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. The Sankirtana movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
Yeah. Okay, let us see the translation. We discuss a bit till here and then we'll continue with the purport. Let us see the translation. Nikhil, read translation.
Hare Krishna. Offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, incurring confidentially, accepting prasad, and offering prasad are the six symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another.
Yeah. Beautiful, na? This is, as we discussed, first three slokas in Nectar of Instruction, maybe a bit of my speculation could be. It is generic, it is good. This fourth is ultimate, and this fourth and eighth shloka in Nectar of Instruction, they are ultimate. They are ultimate, and without following fourth and eighth, one can never attain Krishna. Impossible, impossible. And in society also we see na offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts. So worldwide, this is observed in society. Now, revealing one's mind in confidence and inquiring confidentially, to some extent, this is also done in society to an extent, to some degree, say. Then accepting prasad, accepting food and offering food, offering prasad, say. And these are the symptoms of love. These are the six symptoms, say, which enhances love, which builds the relationship, which brings us together, which connects us. Something community, na? So communal mood. Communal bhav is what makes a community and what brings us together. Gifts, sharing, accepting gifts bring us together. Then prasad, sharing and all, and revealing one's mind in confidence, and sharing and inquiring confidentially. This thing. So uh, we see of this revealing one's mind in confidence and inquiring in confidence. This is such an amazing quality. This is an amazing trait, an amazing, uh, say, option or faculty, say, we have been blessed with. Now, Bhagavad Gita, the turning point in Bhagavad Gita is what? When Arjuna surrenders to Krishna. Arjuna surrenders to Krishna. That is the turning point which gave Krishna the real opportunity to speak Bhagavad Gita, to speak his heart out. Krishna spoke his heart na, in Bhagavad Gita. So that's surrendering. So Arjuna admitting. hmm, Arjuna realized that what? I'm living in a victim consciousness, or I'm creating a victim consciousness here. The first chapter we see na Arjuna like creating a victim consciousness or a vacuum in himself. Uh, This thing, or again, in society we see this expression, something called as grungy payoff. Grungy payoff is so like someone did something to me, so now no one can expect anything from me. Why? Because I've been hurt, I've been abused, I've been disturbed. So don't ask anything, don't expect anything. Rather, everyone come and give me your sympathy. Arjuna in first chapter is more like, okay, Krishna, have some mercy on me. Look how poor am I. Have some sympathy. Why are you telling me? Why are you not? Why are you not? Um, why are you not crying the way I am crying? Say Krishna. Uh, why are you not kind of? I am feeling very low. Why are you also not feeling low with me? So the turning point is when Arjuna surrendered to Krishna and gave Krishna the opportunity to speak. Bhagavatam, uh, turning point when what? Turning point of this inquiry, na? Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukdev Goswami six questions. One of the questions what should be the duty, the functioning of a person who is dying or about to die? Now tell me in society, where can we go and ask this question? That what should be the functioning, the duty of a person who is dying or about to die? Have we all not seen death in our friends, family members? We all have. Do we not know that we will be dying one day? We know. And I tell you, there are some people, at least one person I know, I met, he sounded very convinced that one day pharmaceutical company they will create a medicine that we don't have to die then. One day he sounded quite convinced that from one day pharmaceutical company will make up a tablet, come with a tablet, then we that taking the tablet we can continue extending our life. Mm. So we all kind of see this, yes, death is approaching. So what is the functioning, what is the duty, what should one be doing who is about to die? Now who is not about to die? We all, can any of us claim that we will be seeing the sun next day morning? Hmm? Although no, we cannot claim. We cannot claim. Uh, we all are in the grip of that. We all are about fast approaching. And what are we doing, sir? So this is the turning point, sir. Until we come to this enquiry, sir. Now, fascinating, we see what in Srimad Bhagavatam, na? Yeah, sure. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, we see what Srila Vyasdev ji compiled, na? Srimad Bhagavatam all together, and he gave all the Vedic literatures. Before Bhagavatam, 18 Puranas, Mayapur Sashi ki jai. So, Srila Vyasdev gave us Puranas, 18 Puranas, Vedas, the library of Vedas all together. But giving all of this, still he was not satisfied. How can he make others satisfied when he himself was not satisfied? Huh? And he wrote so much and he was not satisfied. Look. Hmm? So he approached whom? He approached his spiritual master, Narad Muni. And he opened up in confidence. He revealed his heart, he revealed his mind in confidence to Narad Muni, seeking help. Asking help is a great quality. If I can actually ask help, a question could be where to ask help, whom to ask help for. That is another question. But at least if I can be open in, and everyone in life needs help. A personality like Arjuna. Although in our state we should never think or say that okay, Arjuna needed help. Arjuna is Krishna's chosen or Krishna's trusted, better than chosen, say. How do we become Krishna's choice? In order to become Krishna's choice, first we have to be coming in the trust circle of Krishna. If Krishna cannot trust us, can he choose us? No. Huh? So first being trusted by Krishna. And being trusted by Krishna, this trust has to be demonstrated, no? This trust has to be expressed, it has to be demonstrated. So Krishna had that trust and faith in Arjuna. Huh? So it was by Krishna's will only that Krishna put Arjuna say under illusion, huh? To glorify Arjuna, to use him. And likewise, we also live in illusion, but if we surrender ourselves to Krishna, then Krishna will use us completely beyond our estimation, beyond our capacity as well. So this asking question or revealing one's heart is a great blessing, provided we use it wisely. Ah, and it shouldn't come to a stage or a point what we are asking or revealing our mind and heart, but what with alcohol in hand. Ah, many do na this with alcohol in hand or cigarette in hand or some sort of intoxication in hand and all, then they reveal their hearts and their minds. Some people, when they are drunk, then they speak their heart out. That should not how of course, how a sadhaka or a devotee should be, uh, not speaking out of under the influence or of any intoxication. But asking is a great quality. So check this thought, or maybe we can see this as a question as well. So take this as a question for we discuss now what lotus. Lotus grows where? Where does lotus grow?
Teacher.
In muddy water, in pond, in muddy water. It need not be water, but say okay, in muddy water, and can grow perhaps outside of water as well, but in muddy water. And what does lotus need for growing? What does flower, or say in this instance, lotus needs for growing? Huh?
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Okay, nice. And what else? Rena says roots should be connected to the earth. Nice. And see, air is needed, proper environment is needed, right? Say wind and things, and of course the roots should be connected to the earth, say, or the water or muddy atmosphere, say. And what sunlight? Hmm? Now, see, if the this sunlight is there, air and everything is there, but if the lotus stem, the root is not firmly grounded, hmm, is not well rooted, what will happen? S- Sun is there.
It
Yes,
won't get
Saurabh?
any nutrients, right? And it will
It won't.
just
It won't find any nourishment, na? It won't find
yeah.
any nourishment. And if sun is there, but if the lotus or any flower for that matter, say plant, na, sun is there, but it is not rooted firmly in its constitutional position, in its grounding, not firmly rooted, the plant will burn off altogether. Huh? Likewise, if we are not grounded properly, na, as in, if we are not sheltered by a devotee, meaning what? If we are not genuinely finding someone, searching for someone whom to reveal our heart and mind, with whom to inquire in confidence, huh, then what? We will find ourselves burning only. We'll find ourselves in heat and scorching only. Uh, It is this thing, revealing mind again, it cannot be done with each and everyone, and it should not be done also within each and everyone. We need to find this, understand this quality, or say this intelligence or sanity, whom to ask, what to ask. When may be a thing, okay, when could also be a thing, where could be a thing, but most importantly, whom to ask, whom do I approach? See, Arjuna was in a very tight position. He acknowledged, he realized that I'm in a tight spot, in a tight position. He had questions, fine, fair enough. And he approached whom? He approached Krishna. Eh? He approached Krishna, and Krishna was leading the chariot for Arjuna. If Krishna is the leading the chariot of Arjuna, would Arjuna have any problem? No. Arjuna had no problem in the fight. Although externally he had lots of decision making, lots to watch in the fight. It was not like Arjuna was sitting in the chariot with grapes in his mouth. Huh? It was not like he was sitting in the chariot and putting grapes in his mouth, and Krishna was riding the chariot and killing others for him. No. Arjuna had to fight the fight, but he was fully protected by Krishna. So Arjuna revealed his mind. He revealed his heart to Krishna. Vyasdev ji, he revealed his mind. He revealed his heart to Narad Muni. We also, since childhood, we like to reveal. We want to reveal. And there's a, as soon as we reveal, we generally find a sense of lightness as well, right? We find a sense of peace. Okay, yes, I feel a bit lightweight now. But we struggle in understanding whom to reveal. We reveal a conditioned person revealing to a conditioned person. What good help can he expect? Hmm? Someone who is lame and blind himself, and he's expecting another lame and blind person to help him. How would it work? Huh? Someone who is living in illusion himself, and he's asking some another illusion person to show him reality. Wouldn't work. So revealing our mind and heart, we all have been doing it, and we do it, and we cannot live without it. It is utmost, and it is good. Even now society says so much now that mental health problem, mental health issues speak. eh, Men need mental health and all. I know a couple of from the community here, like I know one or two, they went for mental health sessions and um, s- so found it useful, found it very, say, beneficial. So point being that society says na, that okay, speak up, but who to speak up is the question. And this, when we practice Krishna consciousness, Krishna will send us the right person at the right time, speaking the right words, provided we are in tune with Krishna with prayers. If we are nicely in tune with Krishna with prayers, then we will find help all round the corner. In Vedic literatures, they say this what? Uh, Amantram aksharam nasti. Hmm? That there is no there's no letter, there's no alphabet which is not like an a mantra. Hmm? There's no any every letter alphabet can become a mantra. Na? Mantra is what a composition or a collection of words. Na? So there's no letter or alphabet which cannot be chanted. And we see in sports, in cricket, football, in movies, in political parties, slogans and all they chant. Na? Political parties they create their slogans and chant. So amantram aksharam nasti. There's no letters or word which cannot become like a mantra. Hmm? Ash amoolanam aushadam nasti. There is nothing like a herb or this forest plants or something which cannot work as a medicine. Hmm? There are many which can, some poisonous plants which can help take the poison out. So there are so many herbs even now which can act as wonderful medicines. Likewise, further on, what? Ayogya Purusho Nasti. Ayogya means Harsha, Anuja, Kartike, Nikhil. What does Ayogya, Anuradha, Rajshri, Ayogya meaning? Saurav, what does Ayogya mean?
Undeserving.
Yeah, undeserving. Yeah, something like that. But in what sense,
No,
Arya?
Ayogya.
Eligible.
Somebody who is not suitable for something?
Uh, Yogya means qualified, na?
Yes.
Yogya, है ना? Qualified. He's a qualified person. Eligible, suitable person. Deserving थोड़ा अलग हो गया. So योग्य is qualified person. अयोग्य is unqualified. So अयोग्य पुरुषो नास्ति. So there is no person as such who is unqualified or uneligible. Na? That we cannot hire him in. We cannot take him in. Why? Because he's not qualified or he's not eligible. Ayogya Purusho Nasti. We all are qualified or we all have that potential. We all have that stamina. What is difficult is Yojakas Tatra Durlabham. Hmm. That is the most difficult thing. What? Yojakas Tatra Durlabham means to find someone who can fan that spark in me, who can bring out that best in me, who can make me a devotee. Like we read, na Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhyu Kabhinay. So this Krishna Prem is eternally there amongst all of us. It is there. It just needs uncovering, unearthing. So one uncovering, unearthing through what? Japa, through reading, hearing, chanting. But then it is a very personal movement. Krishna is a very personal person. Na? Then it requires what? Personal association with devotees. So finding in a devotee in whom I could confide, in whom I can confide, in whom I can reveal my heart, I can share my mind. And then one is free. That is what we need to do. See, Vyasdev ji, he revealed his heart and mind to Narad Muni. Na? A, a personality like Vyasdev revealed his mind to Narad Muni. Then what is the big deal if I am stuck? Huh? Why is the hesitation if I am stuck somewhere? Although it is not to say that Vyasdev is also a conditioned soul like us. No, he's not at all a conditioned soul. He's a transcendental personality, liberated personality. He's the literary incarnation of Krishna. But whom will Krishna use to give us a message? Will he use Vyasdev ji or will he use like Pip and Renus to give his message? Of course, he will use Vyasdev. He won't use Pip and Renus to give his message to us. Because we still are not there. We still have not come under the trust circle of Krishna. So Krishna cannot use us because we still are not pure. We still have not that faith in Krishna. But with Vyasdev ji, Krishna has no fear. With Arjuna, Krishna has no fear. But with us, Krishna has lots of fear. See, Krishna has lots of questions and considerations from us. Na? Our eligibility check, background test or check reference test does na society. There's no background testing, reference testing, and police testing and all checking. So Krishna is also doing this, and he is very unclear with our what is throwing up, say. So point is, Vyasdev, Arjuna, they are in different light altogether, and they are helping us understand how to reveal our heart, how to reveal our mind. Sometimes, we reveal our heart and mind. Okay, that is not job done though fully, huh? We should not take it, okay, I have done my part, and now the other person is saying, what I mean to say is, we should, when we reveal our heart and mind, we should have that confidence and faith, okay, that whatever the person, the other devotee, he gives me as a counseling, say, we try to take it on board as well. It's not like, okay, let me share my heart with this Prabhuji and let's see what response he gives. Oh, he's giving this response which I do not want to hear, which does not goes well with me. So fine, Prabhuji, thank you, but no thank you. And I move on, and I go to another search for another Prabhuji. Oh, Prabhuji, let me share my heart and mind with you. And let's see, do you give the same response or a different response? Okay, Prabhuji, you also thank you, but no thank you. Huh? There is one book, Prabhupada wrote what? Easy Journey to, anyone read or heard or know this name? Easy Journey to, a small
Other
book Prabhupada wrote. Huh? Easy Journey to?
other planets, I guess, right? That kind.
Easy Journey to Other Planets. Now look, if our mind is not controlled properly, or if we are not, say, convinced or focused in our revealing in our mind, what we will do is, we will keep on doing easy journey to other planets. We are doing easy journey to other planets, or easy journey to other temples, or easy journey to other devotees. है ना? Easy journey to here, easy journey to there. Hmm. Sometimes flicking and jumping from here to here and there. We might do as well. What easy journey to other gurus? Huh? That we might take initiation, but still we might have some resistance with our Guru Maharaj. Wow, that could be lethal. That would be the most dangerous obstacle or thing for us sadhakas progress in spiritual life. If he's having any some like this holding back, or some disconnect, hmm, in heart to heart relationship with his spiritual master, then very difficult. Of course, we have to develop further and further relationship, but in that relationship there should not be doubts, much gross doubts hanging around. Hmm. And in that relationship, definitely there should not be any inimical feelings, any jealousy, any anger, any resistance of those sides. We may be struggling to follow the instructions, but at least in heart we may should be wanting to follow the instructions at heart. Hmm. It's not that we don't want to, and we should do our best. Whatever is the best, we should not limit ourselves also saying that this is my best. I cannot do anymore. No, we should do the best of our best all together. And then when we pray, we work it like that, then we can see Krishna helping. Now, otherwise, where is the help? If there are no tests in our life, is there a help? We were discussing the other day, na? Someone wanting to learn boxing. Now, if the coach does not give him good punches, how can he learn boxing? Can he learn boxing? Huh? So, likewise for us as well, to advance in Krishna consciousness, these struggles, they are a blessing of Krishna. Such a blessing when we are put in struggle. Kunti Maharani says, na, Vipada Santuta Shashvat, Yatra Yatra Jagadguru, na? That Vipada, these obstacles, make them come to us repeatedly. Why? Because when they come, we see your lotus face, Krishna, throughout. Yeah. So let them come. Let me live in these obstacles. And this is how we can grow. This is, otherwise we can never go. Butterfly, we see in nature how do butterfly and insects and others grow. And that joy, na? Look, Krishna glorifying Arjuna. Arjuna, he fought so valiantly. Na? This is my devotee. Look, he fought like anything. Look at my devotee, Draupadi. Such a surrendered soul. Wow. Huh? How calm, composed, and the level of faith and surrender. Look at Prahlad, my devotee Prahlad. These, the devotion, the surrender of devotees is Krishna's pride. This is Krishna's pride, na? These are mine. Look. And this is what we should be understanding the message of Mahaprabhu, the mood of Mahaprabhu, humility. Humility, na? Our advancement is based on our humility, how humble we are actually. Humility means what? Glorifying Krishna. Seeing the glory of Krishna everywhere. Glorifying Krishna, glorifying Krishna's devotees. And not letting my personal sense, self ego anywhere coming in the way. No. Arjuna, what was stopping him from fighting? His own ego, na? His own calculation. All of these were stopping him to fight. But when he heard, when he revealed his mind to Krishna and heard from Krishna, he could fight. And for us, such a great encouragement. Na? In society, we look for inspiration. Do not now see this Google CEO, Sundar Pichai, right? He's interviewed and asked, "Oh, where did you study? Which school did you go? Which college uni did you go? Who, where did you take coaching? What was the turning point in your life? When you started off in Google, did you start off in Google? How did you start?" And furthermore, and now you are the CEO. Look, now those who hear this life journey of such personalities, big businessmen, big politicians, big sports stars, and all, do not people find encouragement, and do not people say, "Oh, look, Sundar Pichai, he also started from here." Huh? Look, Jeff Bezos started from here. Messi started from this club. All this. um, and look, he also had ups and downs and all. And we put so when we take inspiration from them, then should we not take our real inspiration from Krishna or Vyasdev ji, huh? Prahlad Maharaj or Draupadi, Arjuna? Look, Arjuna, he was in such trauma, but he revealed his heart to Krishna, and look what he attained just by revealing. So this revealing in confidence and wanting this attitude that yes, not just say again revealing in confidence, but yes, following as well, taking on board. Krishna will give the help and encouragement, provided we have that attitude. Do you think Draupadi was able to resist the force of Dusashan on her own strength? No. Huh? Krishna was helping. Krishna is the strength. Our faith in Krishna is the strength, the sadhaka strength. No? Our knowledge, our humility. Uh, our faith in Guru and Gaurang, our faith in devotees. The more faith we have in devotees, the more Krishna is pleased. The more faith we put in devotees. And this is what Srila Rupa Goswami is encouraging us to reveal our mind, inquire. Yes, Saurabh?
I have a question. You said faith in devotees. What does that mean?
Faith in devotees is ultimate, na? Yasya deve para bhaktir, yatha deve tatha guru. Tasyete kathita artha prakashante mahatmana. Also, we see in Guru Ashtakam, Sakshat Dharitvena Samasta Shastre, Muktastatha Bhav Yataiva Sadvi, Kintu Prabhoryar. uh, So, faith in devotees, na? That Yasya Deve Para Bhaktir, that having that faith in spiritual master, that transcendental faith in spiritual master, that he can deliver me to Krishna. He can bring Krishna to us. On our own, we do not have that samarth, that capacity that we can see Krishna on our own. No, it is only by the divine blessing of Guru Maharaj, of devotees of Vaishnavas, that Krishna can reveal himself. See, teachings of Bhagavad Gita. How are we getting this message of Bhagavad Gita? Is it not by the mercy of Arjuna? Is it not by the blessings of Arjuna, by the mercy of Arjuna, that we are able to get this, listen to this message of Bhagavad Gita? This is a question for you, Saurabh.
So I have a question to that question. So,
Hmm?
like we said that, like, we have this innate capability of, like, I don't know, to the longing for Krishna or something like that, right? We are kind of attached to Krishna anyway. If that's the case, do we really need someone from outside to, remind us that, what this is what we are actually? So can't we be that person instead of, like, obviously, or getting inspiration and getting help is one way to get it faster, right? But since
Why
we
do you
have
need
that
help and
nature,
inspiration then? Why do you need help and inspiration? If we think that we already have it, then why do we need that help and inspiration? Na? Now, this wrestler or sports, na, they have that in them, but we need a coach, na? Do we not? Why do we need to go to school and teacher? ABCD तो है ही ना अंदर भाई, आ जाएगा क्या अपने आप? नो ना, योजक तत्र दुर्लभ है. हाँ, we all need someone in life who can actually hold our hand, who can guide us and help us. It is not like learning something new. It is there, but helping us to uncover that, to bring to the front. That way. See, we are, especially in Kali Yuga, na, we are very, oh, we are very offending, or we are very uncultured, uncivilized. And this is why Krishna does not speak directly with us. He's residing as Paramatma within our heart and just witnessing. Huh? Antaryami, Sakshi, Anumanta, sanctioning, witnessing and all. He does not manifest directly with us. And when we grow a bit, then Krishna speaks to us via his devotees. eh, Still does not come in person. Why? Because we have an insulting nature. Na? Krishna will, suppose Krishna comes us in person to us right now, say. We don't have that culture, we don't have that etiquette, we don't have that mood. How do we receive Krishna? We don't have that love for Krishna. How can we actually handle Krishna? Eh? So, in order to help us to safeguard our whatever bhakti, Krishna does not appear in person in front of us. But when we learn to see devotion in others, to see how devotees are so surrendered, devoted, then by their blessings we can get that vision, we can develop that vision, and then Krishna will reveal to us slowly, steadily. This is a path. Whole human life is a path of life of parampara, and it is whole a life of what this followership, anugatya bhav. In a team of cricket, one player new who he joins, does he not follow the seniors? Does he not learn from them? Does he not pick from them? We all follow. We all learn. Why do we need a coach? Huh? It is there, but it. Yes, Saurav, gone.
yeah, so the problem is the trust, right? We said we have to find somebody who has the capability to bring it out, right? Or who like, I mean, who would listen and then understand? Okay, this is this much help we need, right? And in this world, it's very difficult to trust anyone. If that's the case,
So
let's
who
say
will
we couldn't
listen
trust
now?
anybody, right?
Let us take it, say, that who will listen, that I need to search out for someone. Question is, again, it is for self introspection, Baba. It is not to check the world out. Hmm. It is for me, for myself. Do I actually want? If I really want Krishna, Krishna is available. Krishna is there. Krishna says, na Arjuna, to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, he says that what uh, Tasyam Sulabha Partha. I am Sulabh. I am easily available. Krishna is there. It does not that Krishna has to manifest or something. He is already there. Do I question is, do I want? Now, if I want, then I will be searching. And when I search for Krishna, Krishna says that better search for my devotee. You cannot handle me directly. Search for my devotee. Many times we see in society, na, sometimes father could be in a bit of a angry mood. Then what? Child, okay, deal with mother or take shelter of mother. Hmm? That ways you find a cover and protection. So we cannot directly handle Krishna. So Krishna arranges, find my devotee, take shelter of my devotee. And when I am genuinely wanting to, yes, then all I need to do is pray to Krishna. Then Krishna will reveal in the heart. And we can work out, yes, someone who is genuine. He is genuine. He is one who is free from lust. Yeah. He is one who is free from name and fame. He is one who has not got any agenda for himself. And it is not like an external proof. This is more of a revelation in the heart. And this relationship has to be built. Rupa Goswami is telling us by sharing our mind, revealing our mind, asking in confidence inquiry, and taking on that inquiry, we build a relationship. It is not like an overnight thing, na? No. Depends on how much hunger we have. Then accordingly, Krishna is there if making the arrangement. If we do not have the hunger, no problem. No one is forcing anyone to become Krishna conscious. No. In love, there is no force. And who benefits by becoming Krishna conscious? Yes, Krishna also benefits. He also gets newer and unique rasa joy. Yes. But predominantly the Jeev, the sadhaka, the jiva, the bhakta, he benefits ultimately like anything. So, who will listen and all? Baba, if we are sincere, help is round the corner. But if we are not sincere, then we will never find a proper help. Eh, Like Mahabharat, we see now what? Yudhishthir Maharaj and Duryodhan. They both were sent to find a person. For Yudhishthir Maharaj, what was? To find a person who is unqualified, who is uh, who is more qualified than you. Or what Yudhishthir Maharaj was sent to find a person who is unqualified, who is less qualified. Find that person. And Duryodhan also sent what to find a person who is more qualified. Yudhishthir Maharaj, he couldn't find anyone who is less qualified than him. No. He saw everyone that, oh, he's better in this, he's better in this quality, he's much advanced, he's much superior, he's much developed, he's more reformed, he's more calm, sober, and all. He couldn't come up with a single person. And Duryodhan, he couldn't come up with a single person who is better than him. He was all able to easily find fault. It boils down to our attitude, our hunger, say our willingness. Otherwise, no one has anything to lose. No one. Krishna has nothing to. What does it bother to Krishna? Who are we? Not a speck, no, in the dust. Who are we? But our ego could be very high. Ego could be very high. So if we are inquisitive, if we are genuinely seeking, this is a path of seekers, not just blind believers. Krishna consciousness is not just like believing. एक बात बताओ सौरभ, do you believe you have two hands or do you know you have two hands?
I know I have two hands.
Do you ever say I believe I have two hands?
No.
In this knowing, is belief included or not?
Yeah,
In knowing
kind of.
that you have yeah, 100%. In this
100%.
knowing that, so why kind of then? In this knowing, this included, na? The belief is included,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Right.
Now, do we want to live by just believing or by knowing?
By knowing.
So knowing, na? So Krishna consciousness, it can hit us on the face. It can completely hit us on the face if we allow to. Ah, we can know Krishna by practicing Krishna consciousness, by understanding. संसार को कोई नहीं जान पाया. No one can know sansar. No one can know the workings of Maya as such. But definitely Krishna can be known. And scriptures are there. Arjuna knew Krishna. He got to know Krishna. Others got to know Krishna. We are also in the process of knowing Krishna. And one day we will get to know Krishna. So this Krishna consciousness is not at the platform of just believe in Krishna or believe in Krishna and do everything, do whatever or say no. Rupa Goswami again telling us what is the way to know Krishna. The way to know Krishna is by giving the mind to a devotee. Because Rupa Goswami knows problem is in our mind, and when we reveal our mind to a devotee, then Krishna will. Krishna, this is how we test, na Baba. How do you test? When you when you join a company, are you a student or working?
Oh, I'm working.
Working, na?
Yeah.
Did you meet the CEO of your company where you work?
No.
When hiring, was he there? Did the CEO hire you?
No.
Did the CEO do any salary negotiations with you?
No,
How many times did the CEO come to check you? How are you finding it, Saurabh, in the company?
never.
Never. But you are a permanent staff, right? Full-time
Yes,
employee now, right? Must have gone
yes.
through the probation period, right? Do you have a
Yes.
line manager, a supervisor, someone?
Sorry.
Do you have do you have a
Yes,
line
I do.
manager and immediate
Yes, I do
supervisor,
have.
someone, right? So
Yes.
he gave the report, right? That yes, Saurabh is fine. He has been given induction or some grounding in the company. He has been taught the values, the ethics of the company, the morality, the principles of the company. And I am watching. He's working fine. Huh? So the CEO is fine. CEO is happy. Yes, that okay. The Saurabh's line manager has approved him. Say, is approving him. So fine. Likewise, CEO, does CEO ever directly intervene? No, na? Because we are not grown up that level that we can have that dialogue with the CEO straight on. Huh? Likewise, when we grow up na in Krishna, then Krishna will have a dialogue with us. But in order to have this dialogue, first okay, build this devotee faith na Baba. What's the point in direct jumping to Krishna? Does this answer your question somewhat, Saurav?
Yes. But I have very, I don't know, that question might be asked already, but like everything is connected to devotee. And the question I have is like, who can we call a devotee? Like, how do we identify this person is a devotee?
ठीक है, we'll see. We are reading this nectar of instructions. One who is following these instructions will get to know who is a devotee. Na? Uh, how do you work? How do you get to know he's a good businessman? He's a good sports player. Uh, he's a good film star. Something are external show up. Suppose the city, state, country where you live, say, if a person comes about, and you may not be knowing that person by name, say, but by seeing his external appearance, one can make out, right? Oh, he looks like posh. He must be a big businessman. Or he looks like he must be a celebrity or into sports or something. So external show a bit, hmm, external show, but it is a mood of internal bhavna. So when we pray to Krishna, then Krishna will help us reveal. Krishna will help us understand who a devotee is. And for in order for us to understand who a devotee is, say, some on our part we have to give some confidence to Krishna. Na? We have to actually demonstrate. Na? We have to actually express our we mean it. If we don't mean it, how will we get to know as well who is a devotee? It is a big thing to know a devotee, Baba. Big thing. So that much of some demonstration has to be given to Krishna. Na? We have to say again, express ourselves. And when we express ourselves in the right mood, in the right attitude, then yes, we will find the right help, the right devotee there. It is a very customized process also, Krishna consciousness. See, when we see na in society, we go to clinic to a doctor to visit a doctor to ask for some medicine. Na? Now, a doctor seeing the patient, some patient he gives 10 mg medicine, say. Another patient he gives 20 mg medicine. Same disease, say, but he gives different medicine, right? So the doctor knows the customized who needs what prescription. We go to a pharmacy. The pharmacist person knows, okay, this medicine is good for him, this medicine is good for that person. Likewise, when we approach Krishna, then Krishna knows, okay, who is that customized representative for him, say, and we will find that devotee. And that once we find, we will know within ourselves, he's speaking the right words at the right time for us. How do you choose a company? Externally, you see a bit of the company, na? What this
Yes.
company is, what the net worth of the company, how long has it been working. And in interviews, people lie a lot. Oh, yes, I'm wanting to work for this company. I've checked your this. And then next interview, oh, yes, I am wanting to work in your company. I can make myself available. I'm very flexible. I can learn, I can spend extra time, all such things. So how do we check a company? Externally we check a bit, and internally we get any information internally. Then what, we put the faith, na? Chalo bhai, let's join. We'll see what happens. At least we get a starting point. At least we get 1 or 2, 3 years experience. Then we can make a jump. We can leave the company and move on. And we do make some effort. We do apply for an interview, na? Without applying for an interview, how can we get the job, say? Hmm? And when you start working, do you get salary end of the month or beginning of the month?
Yeah, definitely end of the month. Right?
Definitely end of the month, ना? तो क्या भाई,
Yeah.
पहले काम करो ना? What is the first work? First work for the full month, na? And accept salary will come. Put that faith. Huh? Do we ever ask Mr. Company, Mr. CEO, why are you paying me end of the month? Huh? Why are you asking me to work throughout and then you pay me end of the month? Pay me as I am working. Does it work?
No.
We go with the goodwill, na? That the company is there. Company has been paying, hiring these many employees. रिपोर्ट चेक किया भाई, कंपनी बढ़िया है, अच्छी रिपोर्ट है इसकी, नहीं क्या?
हाँ.
और क्या ज्ञान लगाया उस समय? हाँ, भाई मिल जाए जॉब, देन वी कैन सी, अरे बाद में देख लें. So we check now that the company is paying employees, it has been registered for these many years or whatever years. And once in the job, who cares what is the net worth, who is the CEO? And once in the job, we are butchered like anything. The intelligence, first of all, who steals the intelligence? School, college, uni, then offices. Slave labor, na? What they call some corporate labor or some particular terms used, na? Huh? Look at the working hours and look, is it making happy people?
No.
So much
I think
more
it's going the other way
frustration.
around.
Where is that missing link then? Huh? There must be some missing link, na? पढ़े लिखे भाई, educated person speaks English, works in front of laptop, so must be intelligent. If someone knows how to work in front of laptop, he must be an intelligent person, not? If one can operate a laptop.
I don't know about intelligence, but yeah, well trained maybe.
Anyways, does this answer your question?
Yes. So what? Okay. So if I summarize it, so what we are saying that if we follow the path of Krishna consciousness, right, and when the time comes, a devotee would be really revealed to us because the qualities are intrinsic instead of the external, right? That's why it's very difficult to identify the right devotee for you. Is that so?
If you follow the path of the company to you work na, salary will come in your bank account, right? यही बोलता है ना manager?
Yeah. Yes.
Huh? Manager says this only na, that sort of keep on performing. We are checking, you are in our good books. Don't worry about the promotion. Promotion is there. Bonus will come. Good rating will come. You do your part. क्या बोलता और? Do your part
Yeah.
na. Continue.
Yes.
Saurabh, don't ask for the CEO. I cannot arrange a meeting with the CEO now for you. How many times have you asked, I want to see the CEO? Huh? Can you ask your immediate manager, oh, manager, now let me meet the CEO? Huh? Huh? The first thing manager will say is, he might laugh. Will he not? And he
Yeah.
might say what? Become qualified. First become qualified, na? First deserve, then desire. Prabhupada says. बिकम क्वालिफाइड. सौरभ, ऐसा काम कर दो, सीईओ आके मिल लेगा तुमसे, ऐसा धमाकेदार काम करो. हाँ? सौरभ, वर्क इन सच अ वे, सीईओ विल कम एंड सी यू, अदरवाइज देयर इज नो वे.
Yeah.
मिल सकते हो क्या सीईओ से?
No.
See, when it comes to meeting Krishna, we want a crash course.
That's
We have
true.
been chanting. I've been chanting for 6 weeks. Where is Krishna? Come on, Krishna. I've been chanting 6 weeks. I've done extra rounds on Ekadashi. When it comes to meeting the CEO of a company, I can hang about. I can hang around. I can manage. I can show patience. I can be calm. I can do whatever my boss says. Yes, ready to do. So same principle, Baba. There's no different as such principle. Why do you accept money after 30 days of hard work? Why after 30 days of hard work? That also in many places, na, many companies pays the next month, first day of the next month, or maybe the first week of the next month. Huh? Even though one may find morally it is a bit exploiting, ethically a bit exploiting. Why don't we challenge? Anyway, so it is to Krishna. So one who has learned the art of following a devotee, Krishna will follow him. Krishna is following us. Who is following a devotee? Krishna is following, means checking, that who is checking into his devotees. Who resides in the heart of a devotee of Krishna?
Krishna.
Krishna. Krishna resides in the heart of a devotee of Krishna. And where do I then have to find Krishna? In the heart of a devotee. Meaning, make a heart to heart connection with a devotee of Krishna. Then Krishna will be present, Krishna will be available. Then we can see Krishna. The way to see a CEO of the company is what? Work in such a way that the CEO will come and see you. Don't need to jump or immediate, okay. So likewise, the way to see Krishna is through service, through seva. The way to someone's heart is through service, by pleasing someone, not flattery. And this service attitude, I don't think so. School, college, uni, or offices show this service attitude. Anyways, any other thoughts, questions, comments, or
No, Prabhuji,
ठीक
thank
है
you.
ठीक है, we leave it here. We continue tomorrow. The purport where we left, we'll continue from where we left. Huh? So thank you for your participation and kind encouragement. We continue tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.